respond swiftly and respond urgently to this crisis that has developed over the course of the last 48 hours, and that the necessary course moving forward would either be an invocation of the 25th Amendment, which so many Republicans and Democrats have now called for, or ultimately impeachment. And that's certainly something that I support, as well as many of my colleagues.
Okay, so you support impeachment. Will you support an article beyond condemning him for his behavior on Wednesday to ban Trump from ever running again? Do you believe that that should be one of the articles the House considers?
I certainly think it should be part of the conversation. I think ultimately I'm not going to get ahead of my colleagues in the caucus, as well as my colleagues on the Judiciary Committee. As you know, impeachment is a solemn undertaking under the Constitution. We have an obligation to discharge our oaths under the Constitution, and certainly invoking that procedure, as we did a year ago, is an important step. It's a historical step. It's a step that we don't take lightly. So we'll have a number of conversations over the coming days, including here in just a few hours, and I suspect that will be part and parcel to that conversation. But make no mistake, I mean, ultimately, what this is about, you heard Senator Sass, I thought, articulate very well the stakes. There's no question that this president has yet again betrayed his oath of office. I was in the Capitol. I was on the floor during the armed insurrection that developed outside of the Capitol, and ultimately that breached our Capitol doors. And I never imagined that we'd have
all right, guys. Good morning.
To engage in the type of incendiary rhetoric that will create that type of situation.
All right, guys. So we're looking at a few stocks. We're looking at XL. XL has become, a favorite of mine. So right now, it's actually in perfect prime location. So we do know that XL is, I believe it's going to be on an upswing. So if we take a look at the 5 real quick. So we take a look at the 5 real quick. As you can see here, it sold off here, and then it was making its way up, came back down here, cooled off, pretty much came back down to its original low of 1979, and then it's starting to curl back up. So we can maybe see a little sell-off. It's already starting to sell off a little bit, which is perfect. This is what I like. And as you can see also on the 10, it is discount. So we have ways to go up here. And we also have ways to go for, so I mean, it's close to the bottom already. It IPO'd going up real strong. It IPO'd at 18. Well, actually, we can actually see what it IPO'd at. So you can see here it's 17, and then it went all the way up to 36. It cooled down. So you see the 180. So we can see here it's when it IPO'd here at 21, and then it came down to 17, and then it came all the way back up to 36. So we can definitely see a nice comeback on this. So I don't know if this is an upswing or if we're going to go for an upswing, go back to highs. It being Friday and the jobs report not looking too good, so we got to be very careful. But I am liking XL for the time being. Also, okay. Also, we are also looking at BBBY because of that massive sell-off that it had yesterday. It is it's okay where it's at right now. So we can see here. So, it reached the 26.16 is a high. Now it's back to like 19. So we can see it sold off. So right now it's basically at this level at 17.66 where it came down to a couple times, and then it bounced off of. So it looks like we're at the bottom. So, and they got some recent news that came out recently right now, something about 150 million accelerated shares repurchase agreement with JP Morgan. So, we have some decent news on this, decent catalyst. So when that news came out, this pop came about, and then it came back down. So I like this around here. It's 1857. Remember, it had bad earnings, so even though JP Morgan is a heavy hitter, so we could definitely see a nice pop. But right now it's too high for me. It's a stock I don't normally trade. And then we do have ways to go down. So although 1766 was the bottom, so I like it around this level here, 1857. So we'll see what happens. Right now, XL hopefully stays where it's at. We can see we can see XL. So you can see this massive sell-off from yesterday. I played it here, got in and out pretty quick. And so right now we have all these levels to go to. So basically it's a huge pop to get to. So I'm looking, if I get into this, if it gets to a level, I'm liking, all these stocks are going for like 32 cents pops today. 33 cents pops. I'm going to try and not and hold the stock on Friday over the weekend. I would prefer not to, but you know, we'll see what happens. BBBY, I don't mind holding for a minute because of JP Morgan. Every time JP Morgan says anything, whenever they say a stock, you know, they downgrade a stock, it goes down hard, man. And you know, I guess this is kind of an upgrade because they're repurchasing 150 million shares or worth of shares. So you know, see what happens. It is going high, so we'll see what happens. Next stock we're looking at is Wish, and then another. Where's Wish? There we go. So as you can see, Wish has been going up. It's brand new IPO. It didn't do that well at the open when it IPO'd, as we can see when it IPO'd right here. It went down and then, you know, it went up. So we do have levels to go. We see it bottomed out at 1741 and then it made its way back up. So we can maybe see it a nice upswing on this. It is a little high for me right now. So I would like for this to come down to 20, 50. So, you know, about a 40 cents drop from where it's at right now. So we can do that because this thing can move $1.50 sometimes. I mean, this is about $1 movement right here. So 32, 33 cents is not bad for this stock. Knowing that we can see some nice potential of this stock going up. Another stock I'm looking at real close is Fubu. Is a Spanish sports television company. So we can see this massive upswing, and then it came all the way down here. So did it bottom out? I don't know, but we can take a look at the 5. We can see that it came down, decided to go back up, so we can see maybe it's doing an upswing because, you know, this was the level of resistance and it hasn't passed it. It almost tapped it here. It's going back up. We look at the 10. The 10's on discount, so we can definitely see this one doing something. So if we see where it's at right now, okay, so it's coming down now. So we do see that after this beautiful upswing, drops about $2 and change, almost $3, about $3, right? About $3, and then it recovers about $1 of that right here, right? And then after that, after today, it recovered about $1 of that, about 80 cents of that, and then it's starting to come down now. So I do like where this is at. So 2870 would be basically the resistance level of when it was making its comeback that it could not break. So I could see this as support, maybe a little down here, further down here will be best. And I'd ride this for about 33 cents as well. I can ride this for more. This is, as you can see, you know, this stock is very good. It's a good stock. Some hype on this stock. And if you take a look at the you know, you got this be a good swing trade and a good hold. I mean, this is about a $2-3 mover, definitely about a 45-50 cents mover on average. Pops in the morning, you know, and where it's at right now, it has room to grow. I mean, this is soccer. Come on, man. You know, I mean, soccer's worldwide. You know, soccer ain't going nowhere, whether you like it or not. I mean, I don't not like soccer. You know, I'm not a really big fan of soccer. I respect the sport, you know, worldwide sport. I mean, these soccer players get paid buco bucks. Anyway, I do think that it is cheap. So for day trading it, I think it's average price right now. I just don't know how far down it's going to go. So, but swing trading this is perfect also. You know, we can definitely see this for swing trading this. We can definitely see, you know, if we take a look at the 5, We can definitely from where it's at right now. We can definitely swing trade this for about $5 coming up to here because it's in view. It's right there. As far as day trading this goes, I would like to get it where it's at now and ride it to like here, you know. But we might. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I might switch Wish with Fubu. I'm gonna keep. I want to see where XL's at right now. Let's see where XL's at right now. Did it go up? Did it go down? Okay, it's perfect. It's where it needs to be. Okay. So a few other stocks. So this is the ones I'm looking at. I'm gonna switch Fubu. I'm gonna switch Fubu or Wish with Fubu. So I'm gonna put Fubu up here. So I'm gonna have XL, Fubu, BBBY. BBY is a little high. But still, you know, it's I'm curious to see what it does. And then you know, also guys, I don't know if you guys remember, I was swing trading Hyliion for about a $4 or $5, I think it was a $3 or $4 swing. It sold for me, real nice, as you can see. So I got it around this area here, but way back over here, and now it's over here. So if we take a look at the 10, yeah, so I got it around here on this price, and it sold that because it hit rock bottom, and then also Ride was one that I got about down here. Okay, I got about $1 to go on that one. So real nice, guys. So I do want to talk to you about Facebook. So anybody of you who got into Facebook the other day, yesterday, or the day before, I think it was, yesterday. It's not too late, my man. Okay, so I did call it out here for about a $20 swing. So we are currently at $8 right now. So currently up $8 from or $9 from that low. So we do have $10 to go, $11 to go. So Facebook is still prime for a swing, but $10 you can do more, but you have to hold it for a little bit longer. And then we'll take a look at Baba real quick. Baba got beat down because of that news. It looks like it's recovering. It's starting to recover real nice, as you can see here. So Baba's real good for hold, although it's risky. So I would say maybe about a 3-day hold. I wouldn't hold it overnight today because you don't know what happened over the weekend with this thing, because it's still in jeopardy of being delisted. So be careful with that.
Yeah, basically investigators.
Maya, another favorite. This thing just ramped up super hard yesterday, man. I just, that's my thing. I just don't like holding stocks overnight, man. I do that often, I do that often. I'd rather not in this account. I'd rather not hold it in this account, to be very honest with you. Anyway, so Maya ramped up real nice yesterday. So then it went up even further this pre-market. So we can definitely see this come down here. These are all now levels of resistance. So the most important level of resistance would probably be 37, 35, 36, 40. So that'd be the most common level of support and resistance. So I would say these two to get a decent price in for a pop. I do think it's going to cool down right now for a little bit, though. I don't know, I could be wrong. I was wrong yesterday. I knew it was going to go up. I just didn't know it was going to go up that much. Alright guys, so that's what we have. We're going to put BBBY down here on the just in case screen. We're going to put Fubu on the second screen, and we're going to put XL on this screen. This is the main screen. We're going to get our triggers ready to go. So we got ready for 33 cents.
I'm clearly a significant and incredibly consequential security failure and multiple layers of failure. And really the way to think about it is the failure to prepare, the failure to
Cisco says it did receive China approval for
officers in a position of being overmatched, completely overwhelmed.
Alright guys, so overall the market is green right now. The NASDAQ is up extremely high. It's almost 3%, well 2.5%.
Look, obviously this morning we're learning the news of this really tragic death of a U.S. Capitol Police officer. This story could have been far worse, and it's certainly not surprising that we're seeing resignations and dismissals this morning.
Alright.
Okay, let's talk now about the president's legal jeopardy here, right? For saying those words from the
Alright, so let's analyze the plays here real quick.
Encouraging them to go.
Let me just fix this.
Spreading lies about the election, which were in effect the fuel for this, but also Rudy Giuliani, urging a trial by.
Alright, so we do have FUBU and about fair value. So from where it's at right now, it's about 16 cents away from.
Right, so there are laws against incitement. Whenever you incite other people, encourage them to commit a crime, and they go.
That's the level of resistance from yesterday. Actually, no, this is. I don't need this one here.
The standards are quite high, and so even if we have a moment in which we can say clearly the president, people like Rudy Giuliani, hold moral culpability.
Okay, so the next level for FUBU would be 29.66. So where it's at right now, I need to go half of that if it gets to a decent price. Oh, face is on. Get your war paint on. And ready to go.
But two, a president delivers an oath to uphold the law of the nation. What does the law say about this?
Yeah, so the notion of self-pardon, while not formally decided, is of course logically incoherent, completely absurd to think that the framers of the U.S. Constitution intended the president to hold the ability to pardon himself, really because it's logically absurd because of precisely this moment, right? Situations in which you can imagine the president actually inciting some sort of insurrection against other branches of government. And so I think the overwhelming weight of legislative history, constitutional precedent, self-pardon is constitutionally invalid. That said, because the OLC memo on this, the OLC opinion, is not binding, what we might see is Donald Trump attempting to test it, issuing a self-pardon. Ironically, that might actually backfire. At this moment, I think that it's really unlikely that the Department of Justice would want to pursue charges against a former president for sort of normative reasons. They're not going to want to go down that path. However, if Donald Trump actually self-pardons, the inverse may be true. They may feel as though it's so important to the rule of law to challenge that
all right, guys.
More compelled to ultimately bring charges.
And just one note,
12 seconds.
Advertise that OLC opinion saying the president should not be indicted to serve his interests. We'll see if they're as wedded to the OLC opinion on his self-pardon. Susan Hennessy, always good to have you on. Staunchest allies in the press says the time has come for him to resign. Remarkable to hear that. We're on top of it. That's next.
For effective relief from arthritis pain, try Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief Cream with the FDA-approved active ingredient histamine dihydrogenase.
I hate this fucking thing, man.
Deep into your painful muscles and joints, and it's backed by a 100% money-back guarantee.
Oh, and I fucking bought it in.
Alana is very energetic. I, of course, any mom would call her an angel. Alana was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it's cancer. There's nothing that I can do to make any of this happen. I have to turn all of my control to the doctors at St. Jude and pray that they're able to fix it.
For just $19 a month, you'll help us continue the life-saving research and treatment these kids need. Join with your debit or credit card right now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt.
When we got over here is when I realized that, no, you're not going to get a bill for anything. They're saying we're going to help save her. We're not going to charge you anything. This is what we do.
Fucking A, this fucking platform, man. Oh my god.
Travel, housing, and food. Because all the family should worry about is helping their child live.
I swear to God, I don't know what's going on with this platform, man.
Since December, we had her final CAT scan that revealed that there was no signs of cancer, which is
This thing is running super slow for me, man.
to live.
St. Jude won't stop until no child dies from cancer. Go online or call now.
Do you have a life insurance policy you no longer need?
I don't know. I need to check my internet, man. So I originally wanted to sell it right here.
We realized we needed a way to supplement our income.
Our friends sold their policy to help pay their medical bills.
Right there.
Be thinking.
That's where I wanted to sell it at. And I don't know why it fucking sold it there.
Called Coventry Direct. They explain that insurance is a valuable asset that can be sold.
We learned we could sell all of our policy or keep part of it with no future payments. Who knew? We sold our policy.
So I used to give you a brief rundown on where I got in.
Retirement as we had planned.
If you have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify to sell your policy. Don't cancel or let your policy lapse without finding out what it's worth. Visit CoventryDirect.com to find out if your policy qualifies, or call 1-800-651-02.
So right here's where I got in,
Redefining insurance.
and it sold right here, man. Like fucking right on the same fucking candle it sold. This motherfucker, man. I wanted to get. I mean, we're green, but not as much as I wanted to get. This fucking platform. I don't know. I gotta check my internet.
Everybody agreed to Saudi Arabia ordered Khashoggi to
Motherfucker.
Once governments decide your future, I'm asking to be allowed to speak. It's game over. Thursday, Jamal Bikemio. The dissident.
I knew this was gonna go high, man. I wanted to get my 33 cents pop out of this. Don't know why it sold there.
The standard symmetrical all-wheel drive was up to 33 miles per hour and available 260 horsepower turbocharged.
Oh man, that's so frustrating.
And an available base touchscreen.
Let me close this fucking
The
thing.
2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
All right, so
0% APR financing for 63.
it actually went up 59 cents from where we got in at. So I wanted to get a 33 cents pop out of this. I don't know what happened. It sold for me. It didn't fill all my shares in right away. So
that pressure now intensifying as the former First Lady.
That's disappointing. It's in the first candle. So, you know, I mean, I got it on the first candle. The reason I got on the first candle was because it already reached support right here, and I took it off the bounce off of this 52 week trend line, this purple trend line right here. So I'm like, okay, so it's taking the bounce off of that. It's at support, so this is definitely gonna go. This is the morning pop. So sometimes that morning pop can happen right here on the first and second candle, which is why I got in on that like that. So that's the reason why I got in on that, because of this right here is the year. It's 52 week, this purple line. So it was already above that. It came down. It bounced off that, bounced off support, went up. So that's why I got in there. So anyway, apart from my platform taking a crap on me today, we did go green. We went about 15 to 14 cents less than we wanted to get. I don't know why this sold like that. Anyway, So disappointing, man.
Media outlets like OAN that are distributed by cable and satellite platforms. This issue about using a media platform to disseminate
anyway, so let's take a look at the other stocks we're looking at. So we took Wish off and added Fubu. So Fubu actually it's actually doing what we want it to do. So if we had extra capital, we could definitely ride this. There is no recent news saying that this is going to go down. This is basically kind of just, this is a sell-off from, I mean, it already sold off massively, you know, and then from here to here, it went up almost, you know, what, $2. So from here to here, $2. So I definitely see getting in. I would wait. So let me see here. So
yeah, it really is. But this is what's happening in the last I'd say 24 hours. A real shift in right.
At this point, I would wait for your lines to come in, because it is dropping pretty massively. So it is going down to oversold. We can see here on the RSI.
To accept the basic bargain of democracy, which is to accept the result, win or lose. It is best for everyone, himself included, if he goes away quietly. They are urging him to resign. Now, the rhetoric on Fox News is not going that far, but stars like Tucker Carlson, Stuart Varney, others on Fox are saying Trump's time is up, his time is over. They're all expressing concern about Trump's voters instead. Well, if you respect Trump's voters, you should not lie and deceive them and hurt them for years and years on end. Trump's presidency was done a grave disservice by these propagandists.
So it looks like this is going to keep dropping for a little bit, because the level 2 says 33, 36. So we might see. Okay, so we might see. So this is the. It looks like this is the level of resistance right here, or support, I should say. This could be the level of support that it could bounce off of.
The damage remains. You have tens of millions, the majority, the vast majority of Trump voters who still believe the lie that this election was stolen. It is still there. That has consequences. Very briefly before you go, Brian, there's been all
so yeah, so we can definitely see a nice comeback up from this. I would say this will go from that point for about what, 40 cents. So if we were to get into here at this level here for a 42 cents jump, we would get in.
Lots of support for the president, cult-like support for the president. And we know in the end, cults always end very badly, but there's a period.
Yeah, see, this is why at that point we use our lines.
Listen, I was on the Hill yesterday. They were still out there. They were confronting me with these lies. I saw them doing, reports and interviews, still talking about the lies. They're still out there. Brian Stelter, thanks very much. Well, for the first time, the U.S. reported 4,000. That's right, 4,000 new coronavirus deaths in a single day. This is what's been going on in the background of the violence on Capitol Hill. Dr. Sanjay Gupta joins us next.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob 40 a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find you the company with the best.
Wow, that's interesting.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
At K-12.
So remember, this is I use the 2-minute chart. So each bar is 2 minutes.
Certified teachers provide instruction and support,
where I get the personalized attention I deserve
and learn in a place that works for me
at my own pace. My school meets me where I am and helps me get where I want to go.
All right.
Full-time tuition-free schools.
So it's still oversold. It looks like it broke that level of resistance, so we no longer need this level right here. We can remove that.
This holiday season, the frigid temperatures won't show any mercy on the animals who've been left outside in the cold.
At this point, just use your strategy.
Abandoned and neglected.
I just want to see. I want to go back to X. I want to see what it's doing. So it's still, yeah. So it came back down here. All right. Not bad. Wish is Wish opened up high, and it's going up further. So for you would have used a strategy, you would have got in here at this point.
ASPCA.org with your $19 monthly gift now. We need 3,000
too high.
donors in
It's
the
too high.
next 30 days so we can rescue more animals this winter. Please find it in your heart this holiday season to help them. Go online.
There was a stock.
And if you do, we'll send you this free
BBBY is like it might go down. Neo. Ooh, Neo. So Neo reached. Ooh, did Neo reach its high? What was the high of Neo?
Gift you give to an animal who needs you. Go online or
Oh, Neo was about 80 cents away from its ultimate high. Insane. It's gonna definitely pass it today. So Neo did open a little high, not too high, but you know, too high in order for me to want to look at it. But I do believe Neo is gonna go high after. So today I think it's gonna sell off during the day because Neo Day is tomorrow, and I don't know anyone brave enough that. Well, I do actually. That might want to hold through that news. So if we, remember what happened to Tesla when Tesla Day came about, all the hype towards the day, and the stock just went up. So I think maybe for now we'll see Neo go up. I think Neo will hit $60 today. So I'm gonna put a trigger for 60.
I always thought it was me.
All right,
that
then.
I was the reason
All right.
these diets never worked.
We'll do 60. I do believe Neo's going to hit $60 today. I predicted Neo before Neo Day would hit 60. So let's see if Neo does that today.
I was making those choices. It was easy for me to change.
All right, so let's take a look at Boeing. So Boeing sold off. Still cheap. I would like to get it down here at 209. If it comes 209, then we can be a buyer at that. I'm still holding that. Let's take a look at FB being Facebook, or are you Facebook? So it's like Facebook selling off again.
Sadly, the pandemic is still happening. It's getting
Facebook
worse.
is still
For the
cheap.
first time, the virus has claimed more than 4,000.
So this is great because it gives us another opportunity to get in for a second dip. All right. I was also looking at Beyond Meat because Beyond Meat had a nice run yesterday, and then it's selling off today hard. So we can definitely see Beyond Meat going up at least to this level here for sure.
Keep sharp. Build a better brain at any
And then ultimately, I believe reaching this level here for sure. And doubtful, but I think maybe this level here. So these are all the levels on the deviation line. So we have it at the support, we have it at the average, and then we have it at the resistance. Doubtful to get there. I know it'll break this one for sure. I know it'll go back up to the support level. So if anyone's in this, hopefully they got in there around here. You can definitely see a nice $2 upswing right here today. I can almost guarantee that it's going to happen. I don't see any recent news on why this would sell off. So
Much of what I'm about to tell you did not need to happen. Some of our worst days that we've had throughout this pandemic have just happened over the last 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Numbers of people
We'll see.
dying. Jim, I want to show you this graphic. This is the IHME model.
all right, so let me go ahead and transport all this stuff. Looks like we finished early. That's the goal, finish real early. But a little disappointed that I didn't get what I wanted. The fucking platform took a crap on me today. It's okay. What are you gonna do? You live and you learn. Platform, it's a great platform, but sometimes it does that shit, man, and it can be annoying. Which reminds me, anybody who has an iPhone or an iPad, you should always have your Thinkorswim position ready open on there, just in case, because Thinkorswim has a tendency of taking a crap. And then you're in a trade, and if you don't have a trigger, then you'll have to, but you go on your mobile device, and then you can get out of it. So always a good backup plan.
Weeks, if not months, for that to actually happen. Maybe by spring we'll start to see significant impact from that, and then when we get to herd immunity, even more impact. But the basic public health measures are what are going to make the biggest difference now.
Now you received your second dose of the vaccine earlier this morning. You are a healthcare worker, right? I mean, you are rightfully at the head of the line here. Of course, the problem is that the administration grossly missed its goals on this. Has that gotten better after the start of the year at all? Is the vaccination rate picking up?
The overall percentages, in terms of percentage of vaccines actually being administered to vaccine available, is right around the same, 25 to 30%. There is more vaccine going out, and the numbers of people getting inoculated is increasing, but it's clearly been disappointing. I mean, you wanted to have most of the vaccine that goes out be administered very quickly. The problem is that is not happening in most states, just about every state in the country. It's interesting, Jim, you have a situation where there's obviously a huge demand for these vaccines, but people have a hard time understanding where do I go to get it, where do I stand in line. There hasn't been a lot of communication. The states haven't been equipped to be able to handle this, in so many ways. They asked for $8.4 billion to create the infrastructure. They got closer to $480 million. The right number is probably somewhere in between, but the point is that they're just...
All right, guys, so continuing on the new year with the small cow challenge. We're going to end the week all green, which is awesome. So you can see this is how we're going right now. So this day ended up being a swing trade. We ended up selling it here, and then we ended up just letting that sell. We sold it a little bit too early. It's fine. And then we got into another stock, and then there we go. So
out of the 300 doses they were told were available.
I forgot what this one was. Neo, right?
Waiting in line for concert tickets, except they're in their late 70s, and it was no
FOMO. This was the FOMO day. That's right. This was the FOMO day.
It is uneven around the country, and that's got to even out. It will get better. It's just a question of will it get better fast enough.
Senior citizens waiting in line for hours. It is remarkable.
And
scene in America
XL.
in the year 2020.
And we have another XL day today as well.
We appreciate it, and we'll be right back.
That being here. So we're stocking up on XL. All right, guys. So that's where we're at. So for the month, we are at 67. Oh, for the week, I should say. We're at 61.86 for the week. And we can continue this run. So remember last month we did 147. In November we did 38. So we're looking to double or at least triple what we did last month. So if we did 147, right now we're at 61, 62 bucks.
They call Car Shield. I trust them with my car, and you should too. Car Shield covers most makes and models, from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
So right now we're on par. So we did the math yesterday, I think it was, where if we want to double what we did yesterday, we have to do at least $12 a day.
And when your check engine light comes on,
or at least 60 a week.
so show your car some love.
So this week we had one day was 29, one day was 18, one day was 7, one day was 6. So it all averaged out to $61. So we can do a $60 average for the week or more, like we did. We beat it by $1.86 this week, which is great. so that we can just start, keep adding on to that. So we're trying to get it to double digits. Two those days we didn't get it. Today was the platform's fault. The other day was my fault. I got FOMO, and then I just wanted to get out of it. So and then it just ended up fucking flying high, like always. But it's okay. So we did 140. We did 144, 148. That'll be 6. That'll be 8, 9. So 298 is the goal for this month, or more. Hopefully more. So we got the small. It's a challenge because we have such a small account, and we're trading stocks that are 22, 50, 60. Sometimes we'll jump into when it's 100, 300, 500. But I would prefer to get into those when it's really a good deal, to hold on to it for about 2 or 3 days, so that way we can get a nice deal out of it. Get like what we normally would get like in a day. We'll hold on to it we're gonna hold it for 3 days, and I want to get at least 3 days worth out of it. Like at least 12 each day. So 12 times 3. So it is a challenge, man. But it's we're getting there. So we're almost to the 2,000 mark. Once we have that, then we have 1,000 each day to play with. And if we keep having decent days like this, keep going green, keep going double digits, we're going higher. In 3 months we'll start making about a couple hundred a day, which is the goal. Smart plays. All right. So before I get out of here and do my daily routine, go for a jog outside. A little cold. So let's run down a little bit of the watch list real quick. All right. So we'll recap again real quick. All right. So we ended up getting into XL today. We got in right here about halfway. It came down to this level of resistance from yesterday, which is 22.22, which is right here. You can see it popped up twice over it, and then popped up here again, and then kept going up from there. So I knew it was gonna continue to go up because it already sold off, so it cooled off, and now it's going to heat up. So if this happened to go the wrong way for me today, if I got in, I would have held on to this, and then being Friday, even though I don't want to hold on to it, I would put not $1, but maybe at least 55 cents, and you stay firm on the 55, even for the next day. Because I did that with Neo, and I did that with J-Mine. I lowered it, and then it just passed it. So, but on this stock, I believe, we can definitely get, if it goes the wrong way, if it drops $1, the setup tells you to get in and drops, and depending how far down it goes, then your exit strategy. But anyway, 55 cents for this stock, I think, is definitely reachable. We do know this stock can do $3 or $4, on a good day, 5 on a fantastic day, 250 on average. So 50 cents for this thing to get to where you want to go. If it goes down, you can definitely see that going back up for sure. Alright, so XL, I believe XL is probably gonna end up flat today because it's Friday. So I do believe that XL might reach 21.75 today. And I believe it'll surpass this high, I believe. And I do believe it'll go to 20. I believe it'll go here to 23.07. I think that's the highest it'll reach today. I think it's just going to trade in this realm right here. If it happens to go any further down, I think 21.77 would be that low. If it happens to go any further than that, I think 21.50 being the level of support from yesterday. So this is the level of support from yesterday.
Introducing his justice team yesterday, he started that by saying to the reporters in the room, I was in there, he said, I know you all want to talk about this.
I do like these stocks to because it is nice where it's at right now. I do like for them to sell off a little bit for me for the next day. But then, you know, you got the pre-market game, and I don't like to really trade pre-market, and sometimes these things fly high pre-market, and it's so risky, man. The volume's not really there. It can fuck you over. The spread is too high.
The cabinet and Congress to decide which is the best way forward and act in that way. That they really want to keep their eye on the ball, and that's taking office on January 20th, Jim. But we'll keep we're going to keep our eye on what comes this afternoon.
Jessica Dean, thanks very much.
All right. So that's XL. Wish. We can see Wish had a nice pop. Sold off. Gave all that back. Excuse me. It looks like it's climbing its way back up. So this level right here that it came down to, 2055, was the level of support from yesterday. So we can maybe see this continue to go up today. I don't think it's going to go any further down. If it does, I think this level here, 2028, would be the level that it'll go. If it does go down, I don't think it's going to go any further than that, though. It's been selling off quite a bit, so I do think this is going to go back up. How far will go up today? I think it already reached its max. I think this max level here. I don't think it'll go back up to that.
And pray that they're able to fix it.
I do think that it will go here.
You'll help us continue the life-saving research and treatment these kids need. Join with your debit or credit card right now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt.
So let's take a look at some other favorites real quick. See what they're doing. See what we might expect for Monday.
This is what we do.
Because people like you donate $19 a month.
XPAV selling off as they knew it would after that massive run. Lee selling off as they knew it would after that massive run. Neo is the only one going up because it has some news around it. Blink actually is doing a price offering of 5.4 million shares at 41 shares. So I think that's why it sold off here, because of that news. But which is one of the reasons why I wasn't looking at it, because I thought it was where it opened up decent, you know, where it was at. You know, it was really close to like the oversold. But because of this news, I didn't know if it was gonna continue to go down, because it did have a nice massive run. So I just, you know, and then it having really, you know, like a lot of room to go down, you know, and barely any room to go up, as it already peaked yesterday. So this was a risky one to look at. And we'll see Plug got to that massive run. It continued in the pre-market. It continued at the open. It did give back some of that. But I do believe this is going to continue to go high today. Look at all this. Look how fly it flew. That all this down here is all support and resistance from previous days. I mean, look how crunched up that is now because of this massive run it did yesterday. It's insane. All that was after market, after hours as well. Plug is a good place. So I just want to. I just need Plug right now to give me some direction. I need this to give me some new levels of support and resistance, as it already peaked. It's already reached its highest today. So this is too hot right now. So I'm not interested at the moment. I will go back to it every single day to see, you know, where it's at, what we can expect. SBE, which is basically its competitor, we see that this flew up massively as well, and you know, it's going back up. It's doing higher highs and higher lows. It went from 49. It dropped off about what? It went up what? So 49.50. So about $6 away from that. It's about $9 away from that. Good company as we you know, going into the EV everything EV with the cars and everything, these companies are going to be very, very good. Laser, another favorite. So we can see that Laser did open up at a decent spot. I was looking at it. I do have it here on my list with the amount of shares for each stock that I'm looking at. I look at 3, but I'll add a few more because I go down my watch list in the morning and I'll see what has potential to be good for the day, and I get my amount of shares ready to go, and just go from there. So Laser was one, but I was zoned in on XL because XL was cheap, and where it was at was real nice. And we went green on it, but Laser is real nice. So I do believe that Laser can continue to be a competitor. It is on the 5. It is at like fair value right now, although it's about to reach the overbought. Actually, it's overbought already. So we can see this cooling down for a minute. On the 10, it's about fair value. So I need this to come back down here in order for me to want to get into this. Alright, so, and then Wish, as we can see, Wish, we already spoke about Wish. So we're just going to talk about some favorites real quick. Airbnb, as we can see, I got it at like 146, I think it was. Long term, I'm not touching it. I just want you to check in, see how it's doing. So we're still up, we're doing good. Let's see, DKNG is a favorite. So we can see DKNG rising high. I knew it was going to after today's news. So DKNG did exactly what it was supposed to do today. I actually foresaw this, but it actually opened up a little too high for me. So we can see here that after today's news that broke out early in the morning, we see this ramp up from 49.67 to so about $1. Okay, then it gave back about 50 cents of that, and then it came back up a little bit, and then it came back, and then it came and it regained all of that, and then it just gave back about 30 cents, and then we see this massive run. So at fair value, this bounce right here, being that it's beneath the 200, the 52. And seeing that if we use our strategy, we would have got in here being high, and being at a little high, we could definitely run this for about a 55 cents run, because I mean from this point it went up $2.35. So you would think about getting in here. So we would have got in here. So about 51 and change. So you would have got out here, right at overbought, because this is where this is just, I mean, it did open okay right here. It sold off a little bit. So, but this is, I know this is going to keep going. I mean, look at all this, look at all the space that it has to keep going up there. Look at all that. Right? Look at all the levels of resistance it has. J-Maya, another favorite. So J-Maya is selling off. We had to clean up some of these lines, as I knew it would. But a massive day yesterday, and it kept going up to the pre-market. It kept going up to the open, and then boom, sell off. So this is good. I like that because I like to keep playing these. They can keep going up, but as they keep going up, I want to catch these dips. So you look at the 5 and you look at the 10. The 5 and the 10 will give you a story. You just have to read it. So on the 5, this is about average. So we have room to go. So being 40.14 being that next level it needs to reach to, it almost reached it today. So I can definitely see this going back up. So I do believe that this will reach this level here. That level 40.14 was the level of support going back 5 days. So this is the 5-day level of support. So I can definitely see this breaking that today.
He's staying out of his sense of duty, but he is still under
consideration. All right. Any other favorites in here? I'm not going to talk about the higher price stocks. Well, we can take a look real quick at 2 of them. Shop, one of the favorites. This is insane. Yesterday it dropped like $80. Today, I mean, and look what it did today. I mean, fucking A. This is insane. I mean, one candle, once 1168, 1177. It's almost $10 right there. That's insane. W, massive run. The NASDAQ was green today, so we definitely saw this happening with a lot of e-commerce stocks.
Is definite on impeachment, and two, how quickly could it come?
Well, momentum is certainly building from all corners of the House Democratic Caucus. Nancy Pelosi is full steam ahead.
W's always been a favorite. I don't think W is going to go any further down. I think what it'll do, I think it'll keep trading around this area. I think it's definitely going to come down, but we do have massive room to go up. You can see this. I mean, look at all those. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's insane.
To invoke the 25th Amendment process that would essentially push the president out of office. No indication that that is
let me just take a look at the 180 real quick.
take matters into their own hands.
You know, so it does have room to go. 286.70 is the top level resistance, and then for at least the most recent top level. But then we have more to go. So yeah, we can definitely see this going back up. Trading these would be perfect if we catch them real nice on the low, and then it starts to go up real high, because these things go up $15-20 on a good day. So you can definitely get like 5-10 shares of this on a good dip and hold this for a couple days, and it might even sell the same day if you do like a $15 rip. So something to look forward to. W is still cheap. So on the 5 it's overextended, on the 10 it's about fair value, it's about to go overextended, but it's still cheap. BA is still cheap compared to where it came from. So
as I've told you, I believe the president has disregarded his oath of office.
Alright guys, that does it for me. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do my daily thing. I'm going to get ready, go for my walk, my jog, and then get ready to head to the office. I hope everybody was green today. Any last minute questions before I get out of here? I know some of you have my my cell phone number. I don't look at my cell phone very much when I'm trading. So.
Pressure is building, and some Republicans want to hold the president accountable. Will they get the chance? That's the question.
Well, they did confirm a Supreme Court justice in a week. We should know that. So things have been fast-tracked before. Manu Raju on the Hill. Thanks so much. With us now is Republican Congressman French Hill of Arkansas. Congressman, thanks so much for taking the time this morning.
All right. So what did you guys end up playing? Look at BBBY. Beautiful. I knew that 1879 level. That's the level I wanted to get to. It got well, I didn't get there, but it came to that. Came to close to that level. We're already up 80 cents on this motherfucker. No, 40 cents from this low point. Nice. So what do you guys? XL. You traded XL, huh? So you rode that. You rode that wave up. Are you able to get the 33 cents pop?
Instead of calling all the
nice
into the passions of the House over this next.
All right. Anything else that you guys? I mean, my watch list is mostly all green, so it's a great Friday.
I understand the desire to look forward, but you yourself have said publicly that the president bears responsibility for this riot that stormed the Capitol here. If that is true,
Zoom. Yeah, I still like Zoom. Look at this. Zoom is still cheap. It's low. It's cheap on the 5. It's cheap on the 10.
Right. Well, his final.
And you know, if you look at the 180, it's super ripe, right fucking there, real nice. So this 347 level right here, that level right there, is the level of resistance going back 5 months. So Zoom is prime. I mean, probably too high for the day right now. I would wait for this to come back down and then hold this, because Zoom is they're looking to kick ass and take some names. I don't know if I said that analogy right, but You can ask and take names. I think something like that. So, you know, they're improving their platform. So, you know, they're gonna have emails and you know, all that stuff that Microsoft offers, I guess. So this is definitely cheap for the day. It's high, but for hold, it's definitely good. For if you want to hold this for a couple days, I would wait for this to come down just a little bit more. I mean, it already did, you know, about a $7 run. So we need to come down. I'm gonna put a trigger here. I want this to come down here.
I'll take responsibility for their own votes. My own analysis was the Constitution, the 12th Amendment, the Electoral Count Act of 1887 was very...
All right, guys. Have a great morning. Have a great weekend.
in the legislatures of these states, and that's what
See you guys on Monday morning. I'll send you guys my picks.
proposed rhetoric that encourages people to think that on
Sunday night with full detail on why, and then we can go from there. All right, guys. Have a great morning.